Welcome to the Opel Grandland, a new model to New Zealand. Great little SUV, or overgrown hatchback as I tend to call it. Let's have a quick look around and take it for a drive and see what you think. Up front here we got the daytime running lights. Got these IntelliLux pixel LED headlights. Fantastic little headlights. They brighten up everything else, everything that you want, and they dull out other things. They work exceptionally well. And when you unlock the car at night especially, or in the morning going to work, you unlock the car and they do this little dance. They go doo 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 doo. Really cool to watch. Awesome little LED fog lights down here as well. Excellent lights. We've got the trademark Opel visor grille with all the sensors and stuff all hidden behind that. It's a great looking car. It looks a little odd, sort of squashed and a little bit high compared to the likes of the Opel Corsa and things like that, but it still looks really smart. I love this colour too. We'll get to that later. On the side here we got the 19-inch diamond cut two-tone alloy wheels. Very smart, futuristic looking wheels. They look really nice. Ignore the plane flying overhead, that's annoying. Shoot them down later. And the side of the car here we've got gloss black roof, diamond black roof. They make them black to make it look lower than it actually is, because it is a fairly high vehicle. Almost as high, no, it's a little bit shorter than me, but yeah, fairly high for a standard car. But they put a black roof on them to make them look a little bit lower than they actually are. Nice pearlescent cobalt blue paint. She is also available in crimson red, metallic crimson red, metallic diamond black, metallic quartz grey, and a jade white. I had to read all of that through the window. So, come around the back now. Very smart looking car at the back. There's sleek little LED tail lights here. Got a fog light in here. Black badging. Black badging looks really nice against the blue paint. That looks nice. Very subtle bumper here. These little inserts. And the exhaust is hidden. The exhaust is underneath. You don't see it coming out the back. And that's probably a deliberate design cue there for the electric version that'll be coming out eventually. There is a plug-in hybrid version coming out soon that we'll be testing later in the year. Let's have a look in the passenger side, Fair bit of space in here. This is quite nice. Glove box. Not a huge glove box. Basically got a little cubby hole here. Not a lot in there. I don't know what that is. I think it's a fuse box in there, but there's not a huge amount of space in there. Nice pattern accent on the dash. Fairly comfortable seats. A little hard, but they're quite narrow. They're very narrow seats. I'm not a big man, and I just fit in it. There's heaps of room for adjustment. You've got a tilt adjustment here, which is quite cool. Height adjustment, all manual. And of course the back. And it's got this great little extension there, which is cool if you've got longer legs and need a bit of support under them. Hey, I'm short. I'll do that. Up. There we go. Yeah, it's an okay spot, but like I say, it's a hard seat. You know, not hard, but it is hardish. And but yeah, it's not very wide. Alcantara leather with leatherette on the sides. Okay, now in the back. I haven't sat in here yet. Let's see what this is like. Legroom is okay. There is a bit more space in the front. That seat could go further forward. Headroom's really good because it is quite a high roof. But yeah, it's a fairly comfortable spot to sit. Leatherette with the Alcantara. It's okay. It's not bad at all. Actually, it'd be quite comfortable. Let's take a look in the driver's seat. This is the business end. Again, same as the passenger side. Seats fairly narrow. It's hardish, but it's comfortable enough. But if your butt's a little wider than mine, you might find it a little bit less comfortable. Your leg might be hanging over there a bit. But it's got full range of adjustment. You got the angle tilt, got that full adjustment of the steering wheel. That's nice. in front of you on the driver's seat here, we've got a 10-inch control cluster here with all fully customizable audio, full navigation, phone, all sorts of info and settings. All your Apple CarPlay, your Android Auto is all in there. And obviously your phone, which is not connected at the moment. But that's all customizable. That's called in front. We've got a 12-inch instrument cluster here. Again, fully customizable. Have anything you want on there. You can have the minimum, which is just your speedometer. Then you can have your trip computer, all sorts of other things, navigation, and your own personal settings, which I have navigation and the trip computer on it, which is, yeah, it's a pretty cool system. I like that. On the steering wheel, we have all your cruise control settings, heated steering wheel, nice. All your audio settings, phone settings, all on here. We've got flappy paddles behind the steering wheel, rain sensing wipers, all automatic headlights, fully automatic. So yeah, here's all your air conditioning controls here, heated seats. And annoyingly, which I've had in a few cars, if you go into work in the morning, it's a chilly morning, you put your heated seat on, and that's fine. But if you forget to turn it off, you get in the car in the afternoon, the car's been sitting in the sun all afternoon, and you go sit in the car, head home, you go, oh, butt's just getting warmer and warmer. That doesn't turn off when you turn the car off. You've got to remember to turn that one off yourself. And I love this. I love this little gear lever here. It is very futuristic, very sort of fighter jet feeling. Just, oh, I love it. Put it into drive, you put it into park, into reverse, put it into park. Manual function, you can use that with your flappy pedals on the behind the steering wheel. Very, very nice. Right, you got cup holders here. I'll demonstrate that with the water bottle test later. That comes out to make a nice little compartment there. It's a nice little water bottle thing. And in here, and this is something I've said they need in vehicles for a very long time, even before wireless charging was a thing. A compartment to put your phone to stop you getting distracted from your driving. And this one has come up with the perfect idea. In here, the wireless charger. The nice little elastic band in there to slot your phone into so it doesn't move around. Wireless charger in there. If you need to charge your phone, you put it in there, you will not get distracted from driving. Most of the things you want to do while you're driving on a phone, controlling your Bluetooth audio and stuff like that, you can all do on the screen there. You do not need to have your phone visible. In there, not distracting you. Absolutely perfect. Thank you, Opel, for finally thinking of that. At the back here, they've got the open the tailgate thing with waving your foot under the back, and I can't always get that to work on most cars, and I've had trouble with this one. I'll see if I get it to work. See, it meant to do that, and it opens. It's not, now it's doing it. See, doesn't do it every time for some reason. It's very strange. But anyway, in the back here, awesome load space here. This is really, really big for the type of car that it is. It's quite impressive, and you can lift that up. Heaps of space under there, and that's where the spare wheel will go. It's an optional extra you can buy. There's a piece of nasty tape in there too, but it's got a breakdown kit, a flat tyre kit in there, but that can sit on top there, or you can knock it down a notch, lower that, and have an even lower floor. Some good little storage spots on the side as well. Very nice, very nice. And the seats fold down. Not only do the seats fold down, we have a compartment there where you can put long objects through. Very nice. And they also fold down. They also fold down like that. It's cool. And if you bring that up to the higher level, it's a nice flat load space. Very, very cool load space. I like it. Lots of room. Now the water bottle test. This sort of fails a little bit in this area. It just squeezes into that cup holder and does that. So it's a bit tight in there. I mean, good for a normal cup or a can or a small bottle. Nothing in the door pockets. It's got a space, but it doesn't really sit in there very well at all. It's quite annoying, to be honest. Most cars do have a slot in there for you for a large water bottle, but it does not happen in this one. There's your phone charger. No, it definitely ain't going to fit in there. Nice little storage spot with your 12 volt and the USB, but hey, it does kind of fit there, sort of. Passenger side, demonstrated that already, and of course the door, just, yeah, that's disappointing. And this tiny little glove box, it fits in that slot, but you can't put much else in there. It won't do that. It won't close there. Yeah, kind of a fail on the water bottle test, to be honest, on the front and in the back. And it does actually fit in the zip pocket. Okay, and we've got pockets in both seats. Cool, that's good, that works. And how about this? No, that's a big fail, but you could just chuck it in the boot. And of course, in the boot, just a little bit of space in there for it. It doesn't fit in those, and it will loudly drop in there. Ooh, fits in that really nicely. It's cool. 50-50 on the water bottle test on that one. Okay, so we've got a break between the raindrops. So let's take a look under the bonnet. Under here we have the 1.2 litre 3-cylinder turbo engine. Fantastic little unit. Puts out 96 kilowatts of power and 230 newton meters of torque. Grunty little unit. Performs exceptionally well in this car, and we'll take it for a spin later and show you that. We've got a top speed, not 900, no, we have a top speed of 196 kilometers an hour, which is pretty good. Not that you'll ever get that unless you're on the racetrack. And 0 to 100, no sports car, 10.3 seconds. It's, yeah, not a race car, but it's reasonable. But it does feel like it's a bit faster than that when you're actually driving it. We'll show you that soon. The driving the Grandland. It's a high vehicle. It feels speed bumps. Actually, these are sharp speed bumps. It is a high vehicle, but it doesn't feel like it's a high vehicle. It feels like a hatchback, a little sports car, to be perfectly honest. But when you start it, it starts in normal mode. You've got the 3 modes. You've got the eco, normal, and sport. It starts in normal mode. Normal is just perfect for cruising around town, your daily commute, off to the supermarket, just cruising around, even on the open road. It is a perfect mode to drive in. And if you're getting low on fuel and you want to save a bit, I mean, fuel is getting very expensive, so you might want to put it in eco mode. Eco mode is okay, but got it in that now, and there's just no power. It is gutless, and the Grandland is better than that. So I'll also get back into normal mode and just drive it in that. It's normal. Normal. It's got good power. It is really good. But then you can put it into sport mode. Now, the engine sounds tune up a bit, and you can overtake cars, no problem. It's got power, and you flick it into sport mode, it is a different vehicle. It is like a sports car that put on an SUV coat to blend in with the crowd, but it really wants to be a sports car. It is so much fun in sports mode. And cornering, yes, it's a high vehicle, but cornering in this thing, in sport mode especially, you plant your foot, powers through the corner. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And we'll find some back roads here, and we'll demonstrate that shortly. It is so much fun, so much fun. It's perfect daily commute car, perfect family wagon, and then economical to boot. It does, I think they claim it at 5.8 litres per 100k, which is exceptionally economical, which makes it carbon neutral, so no clean car rebate on it, of course, but Really, really, really nice. And then if you want to have a bit of fun, you can flick in the sport mode as well. And if your tank is getting a bit low, flick it in the eco mode, you get a few more Ks out of it. Really cool. Very versatile vehicle. Now, I've put it in sport mode, and I've put it in manual as well. So we're sitting on the side of the road. Let's just do this. There. Oh. But, confused me there in the gears, but here we go. Okay, it chopped down a gear. That was interesting. Corner. Bit of tyre squealing, but boy did that corner. And I think I just upset the camera person there. But that was so good. Not lightning quick, like I said before. 10.3 or whatever it was, 0 to 100. So it's not a race car, but it feels like one. The way it takes off, the way it corners is just, it really is something else. Flick through those manual gears, those 8-speed gearbox with the flappy pedals, it really makes you feel like you're sitting in a race car. And it's just your normal day-to-day family wagon. Awesome. Economy wise, it takes 95 unleaded fuel, which is the most expensive fuel you can buy on the planet apart from race fuel. So it is actually very economical. They claim it at 5.4. I'm averaging about 8.6. I have been driving in a lot of heavy traffic as well, which does not help that, and with a heavy foot recently. But yeah, they claim 5.4, and I suppose if you're driving in eco mode and driving like a grandma, you probably could achieve that. But even so, it is still very, very economical. Great little car. Very easy on the pocket. 53 litre tank, I think it is. Not a huge tank, but you get quite a few Ks out of that. Yeah, pretty good. And cruise control, it has the adaptive cruise control with lane keep assist, which does work exceptionally well, although, as with most of them, if you don't have decent white lines on the road, the lane keep assist does tend to veer you off where you don't want to be, especially towards possibly a parked vehicle, something like that, which it did to me the other day. But you don't rely on it. It is there just to assist keeping you in the lane. It is lane keep assist after all. And but yeah, the cruise control does work exceptionally well with stop go technology. Like if you stop in traffic, like on heavy traffic on the motorway, it stops really, really well. And then if the car in front of you goes, you just a light tap on the accelerator, activate it again, and off it goes again. It's very, very handy in heavy traffic. It makes the daily commute a lot easier and less stressful, to be honest. And you can sit there listening to your favourite tunes on the banging stereo system. I mean, let's say you're stuck in absolute gridlock and you want to have a bit of a rave. You turn that stereo up, man, all the cars around you, they're going to want to get out and rave with you because it is loud. Drove through a sort of quiet little subdivision there before, and a few people standing around. We had the stereo blaring and they could hear it. Oh yeah, they could hear it. Awesome bass on it. If I could demonstrate it, I would right now, but we're recording on my device that I would stream through there. And YouTube will probably wind up doing some copyright infringement bollocks if I did play 3 seconds of a song. Anyway, awesome system. Cool. And with your headlights, the headlights have the high beam assist, which a lot of cars have that these days, and I don't trust it. I've had issues with it whereby car comes towards you and it doesn't actually dip the headlights. You go to do it, and just as you do it, it dips them, so you end up actually putting the high beams back on again. And this one, we went through the Waterview tunnel the other day, not long after I picked it up actually, and the high beam assist was on, and went through the tunnel, the headlights came on. You're meant to drive through the tunnel with headlights on, take note people, a lot of people don't. Put your headlights on when you go through the tunnel, please, because if the power goes off, you won't see where you're going. So, yeah, the headlights came on, and I'm driving along, and I look down, and it's on high beam. Why? I had vehicles in front of me, surprisingly, with the headlights on, so it should be able to read that there's cars in front of me, and it knows there's ambient lighting, there is lighting in the tunnel, not enough to, you know, stop the headlights from coming on. It's just enough for the headlights to come on, the automatic headlights, but then the high beam came on. I can't understand why it did. It should not have. So I had to turn that off. That was a little irritating. It shouldn't have come on. Minor thing. But a lot of cars, the high beam assist thing doesn't seem to work too well. So that was the Opel Grandland. The Opel Grandland. Great little car, actually. I quite like it, and reasonably priced. We're looking at $51,990. At the moment, they have them on special at as of October 23. We have them at $46,990, which is a fantastic price for a great little car. Yeah, no, I can't fault it, to be perfectly honest. I'm happy with it. Go get one.